Just be nice. The universe will notice. Look, basic decency is underrated in the world that we find ourselves in today. Hold the door, say thanks to someone. Look someone in the eye when they hand you your change. But most people skip it because it doesn't feel urgent. It doesn't feel like something that is required. They're busy, stressed, thinking 3 steps ahead. I get it. Still, every time you skip the small kindness, you're paying with a little bit of your humanity. And the universe keeps a quiet ledger on that. I'm not talking about performative niceness where you blow up your feed with charitable selfies. I'm talking about the boring, everyday version. Returning the shopping cart, answering the boring email so the other person isn't left hanging. Using someone's name instead of yelling bro. There's no applause for it, but it changes the room a tiny bit. You've probably noticed people remember the one person in their week who makes things easier instead of harder. They might not mention it, but they remember. The memory sits in their head like a bookmark. Months later, you need a favor, a job lead, a last minute, intro. And suddenly that bookmark matters. Call it karma, call it networking, call it common sense, whatever you want. The effect is real. It exists. Now, being nice doesn't mean you're a doormat. You can have boundaries and still be decent. Saying no doesn't require a side of attitude. You can negotiate pay without acting like you're prepping for a cage fight. You can give feedback without shredding someone's dignity. Firm and kind aren't opposites. People also forget kindness compounds. One small gesture feels like nothing, but stack 100 of them and your reputation starts kind of taking shape. You hold the elevator for a stranger. Next week, that stranger recognizes you at an event and introduces you to somebody useful. Coincidence? Maybe a coincidence, but those maybes pile up as well. Here's the selfish angle. Your nervous system hates living in attack mode. Every time you snap at a barista or honk because someone waited half a second at a light, you flood your body with stress hormones. It's exhausting. Being decent is cheaper on your heart rate. You sleep better when you're not replaying arguments you totally could have avoided. A lot of this is invisible work. You pick up trash, nobody claps. You answer a lost tourist, no one is gonna post it on TikTok. But invisible doesn't mean ineffective. Most good things in life are invisible at the moment they happen. Compound interest, muscle growth, fluency in a new language, none of it shows up instantly. Kindness resides in that category. And don't kid yourself. People are watching even when you think they're not. They see how you talk to the cleaning staff. They notice if you say please to the intern. They clock it if you leave the shared kitchen like a crime scene. They might not call you out, but your file in their brain updates. But what if someone takes advantage of me? Sure, that can happen. Odds are someone already has. Doesn't mean the strategy is wrong. Just means that you narrow down your boundaries a bit. Just a tiny bit. Not dial down your humanity, but tighten your boundaries. You can cut off a toxic friend without detonating the bridge. You can fire a contractor without stripping their dignity. Basic respect is free. Keep handing it out until someone shows you that they can't handle it. And when that happens, adjust access, not attitude. There's also a feedback loop nobody talks about. When you act kindly, you start seeing other people's kindness more clearly. You hand someone a compliment, next thing you notice is them doing the same to someone else, or maybe to you. It's not cosmic magic, it's selective attention. Your brain tunes in to what you practice. Try this for a week every day, please. Do one small, decent thing that nobody asked for. Text your friend first, even though they're supposed to text next. Leave a tiny tip, even if the service was mediocre. Because maybe the server was on their third 10-hour shift. Send a 2-sentence LinkedIn note to the junior who cold emailed you. Give up your seat without acting like you're donating a kidney. None of this will break your schedule or your budget. But watch how it shifts the tone of your days. Efficiency and decency aren't enemies. And yeah, sometimes you'll get nothing back. Well, most of the time, you'll get nothing back. But that's fine. Kindness is a numbers game. That's what it is. 99% of it will disappear into thin air. But that 1%, it comes back to you, multiplied tenfold. You don't get to pick which acts pay off. You just keep throwing seeds. Some sprout, some don't. That's farming. That's farming. You don't dig up the soil every hour to see if something's growing. One last thing, being nice to yourself counts. Talking to yourself like a drill sergeant doesn't actually improve performance. The way you treat your own screw-ups is usually how you treat other people's screw-ups. Cut yourself some slack and you'll find it easier to be decent out loud. So, bottom line, skip the theatrics, skip the fake smile stuff. Just default to basic decency. No one's asking you to be Superman. Just be you, but nice. That's doable, isn't it? Hold the door. Say the name. Send the text. The The universe may not send you a certificate, but it notices. And sooner or later, it's going to be nice to you back. Trust. Rooting for you. Have an amazing day.